What's up everybody, it's Sean here and I'm back today to give you guys a review of the much anticipated Nike SB Air Jordan 4 Retro in this white and navy colorway. This is the official follow-up release to the super popular 2023 mashup that saw Nike SB combine forces with Jordan Brand. Historically, skateboarders have used the Air Jordan 4 to skate in, and while Jordans have been given the SB treatment in years past, the Jordan 4 didn't officially get their shine until 2023 when they dropped the pine green colorway. So this one is the white and navy colorway, and they released a couple weeks back for $225 US, which is approximately 330 Canadian dollars converted. The official colorway for this shoe is Summit White, Navy, Neutral Gray, Gum Yellow, and Varsity Red. And given that this is a collaboration with Nike SB, they've made some tweaks on this shoe which aren't necessarily obvious when you look at it just like this, but it's supposed to make the shoe a little bit more suitable and more performance oriented when it comes to actually skating in them. So first off, here's a quick look at the box, and just like the pine green release, this comes in the sail colored box, and the top lid looks like a normal Jordan 4 box where we have Jumpman Flight branding, but on the side of the lid you can see we have both Nike SB and the Jordan logo. So diving into the details of the shoe itself, the upper of the shoe for the most part is crafted out of genuine leather, and this is done in a slightly off-white color. So the leather has this overall smooth feel to the touch, and then surrounding the front toe cap, we have a genuine flat suede. This is done in more of a grayish tone, and it feels a little bit rough to the touch, but this is a genuine suede. So this extends downward, covering the front half of the sneaker, and then moving upwards, the bottom three eyelets, here we have your signature Jordan 4 lace crown. Next to this, we have that signature netting, and then the top three eyelets, this is again covered in another TPU layer, and it's attached to that side wing. And one thing to note is, unlike your normal Jordan 4, the lace crowns and the side wing, they're a lot more flexible and they feel a lot softer, almost rubber-like, which makes sense when it comes to an actual performance standpoint, at least for skateboarding. Underneath this and next to this, we have more of that genuine white colored leather. This wraps around the back of the shoe, and then attached to the heel, we have your signature heel tab. This is also done in navy, and instead of Nike Air or the Jumpman logo, here we have Nike SB branding in white. And just like the side wings or flaps, this back tab is also extremely soft and flexible. As far as the laces go, this pair only comes with one lace option, and they're a flat style off-white colored lace. Underneath this, the tongue is covered in that netting, just like we saw on the sides of the shoe. However, the top of the tongue, this is covered in this smooth white leather, and we have this tag with Jumpman Flight branding done in a mix of red and navy blue. The back of the tongue is covered in this dark blue colored liner, and we have the upside down tag with Air Jordan branding, which is common across any Air Jordan 4. The remainder of the interior of the shoe, this is covered in this white colored liner, and the collar feels pretty well padded, not to the point where it's kind of suffocating your feet, but it feels pretty dense to the touch. And then for the insoles, these come with a polyurethane lined foam insole. It's covered in this red finish on top, and we have Nike SB and Air branding pressed onto the heel. So the upper of these Jordan 4s sits atop a polyurethane foam midsole, and the midsole is painted in a mix of navy blue and white. There's no air in the forefoot, but we do have a visible air unit underneath the heel. This is colored in red. And then finally, turning the shoe over to the bottom, so the outsole here is crafted out of a mix of white colored rubber along with gum rubber hits on both the forefoot and the heel. We have this herringbone style traction pattern that runs from heel to toe, along with a bold red colored Nike logo in the center. So that breaks down the look and the construction of this pair. And for those wondering about how these fit, to me these fit me pretty true to size, so I feel like for most people that's what I'd recommend. According to what I've read online, Jordan Brand and Nike SB have kind of reshaped or retooled the toe box to make it a little bit more forgiving, because in normal Jordan 4s, a common complaint is that they're a little bit too narrow and they can cause a lot of pain or pressure around your pinky toes. So for this pair, even though it doesn't really feel too different for me, I didn't notice any pressure points or pain, at least for my pair. So whereas sometimes I want to go up half a size for a Jordan 4, for these SB versions, going true to size fits me great. Moving on to the comfort, so honestly, there's not really a noticeable difference when it comes to the comfort of these versus a normal Jordan 4. Yes, maybe the toe box is a little bit more spacious, but the underfoot feeling still feels pretty flat, pretty firm. Again, even though the midsole is supposed to be a little bit softer. Maybe it's more of a performance thing. If I'm actually gonna be skateboarding in them, maybe then I can notice it. But just for walking around casually in them, they feel pretty much like any other Jordan 4. So if you're looking for an everyday sort of sneaker, one that features technology from the 80s, and you're not expecting something extremely comfortable, I think these are gonna be perfectly fine. Just don't expect these to reinvent the wheel. They're not that different than a normal Jordan 4. Finally, in terms of the quality and craftsmanship, so first off, the material quality I was very pleased with. I can't see any synthetic layers on this shoe, and same thing with the suede. Yes, it feels a little bit scratchy and flat, but I guess that makes sense from a durability standpoint. The craftsmanship on this shoe I thought was okay as well. It wasn't perfect. I felt like my left and right foot were a little bit inconsistent and some panels were a little bit crooked, but it was free of any major glue stains and the stitch job was okay as well. So again, it wasn't perfect, but the complaints that I had about this pair, they really weren't deal breakers. So with all of that out of the way now, let's toss these on feet, I'll lace them up, and I'll show you guys how these look. All in all, this is a great follow-up colorway to the 2023 Pine Green release. Navy, white, gray, and gum rubber. It's a combination that works super well together. And while this isn't as striking visually as the Pine Green colorway, I think this one might arguably be a little bit more wearable. It's just a very simple, very understated take on the Jordan 4. And the fact that it features Nike SB badging on it, it obviously makes it feel a little bit more special too. I know the resale prices on this pair are super high. This one releasing alongside the Nigel 4s. Jordan Brand has been really going hard this month on Jordan 4s. And I hate to be that guy, but if I had to choose between this one and the Nigels, that's a really tough conversation. I think I might lean more towards the Brick by Bricks, but I feel like my opinion has been changing every few days. This one, of course, has more of that wearability factor, whereas the Nigels feel a little bit more unique. So it comes down to personal preference. There really is no clear winner. So leave your thoughts down below. Let me know, what do you guys think about this Nike SB Air Jordan 4 in this white and navy colorway? For anyone watching, were you able to luck out and grab these for retail? Did you strike out at the retail level and buy these on the secondary market for resale? Or are you just not feeling this colorway and it was a pass for you? As usual, if you guys enjoyed this review, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. I'll link my social media accounts, all that stuff down below, so give me a follow there as well. And as always, I appreciate your continued love and support, and I'll catch everybody in my next video.